Today is Friday, September 21st, 2018, and this is Generally Trivial.
The Generally Trivial podcast, current events, interesting facts. Yeah, it's crazy, but still so fun. Like Tinder dates when they all go wrong. And even pop-up Cheeto restaurants. Naked burglars, man, they so dumb. The Florida man, gotta watch him though. Incoming robot overlord.
Welcome back to Generally Trivial, where we're going to take a walk on the lighter side of current events. I'm Jeff, one of the hosts here. Today with me, I have Shawn.
Hey, yo.
And Jordan.
What's up?
And guys, it's not been as often lately that we've been able to all be in the same room recording, but I'm
This is true.
pretty excited that we are today.
Yeah.
Celebratory. I'm thinking about Thanksgiving already. You know, I'm thankful for you two.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for my pesky dog.
Yeah.
MJ.
Yeah, she's been consistently a part of the recordings. Even if she's not audible, her presence is around at all times. But we're gonna do our normal, of course. Did you hear? We're gonna do up or down, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about the different kinds of battles and competitions that can be had mano a mano.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Looking forward to smashing you guys.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. But, you know, it's a coming onslaught that I can't avoid, so I guess just go along with it. Right now, we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of up or down. The Russian branch of the pizza chain Domino's has decided to give out free pizzas. They're doing this to the first 350 people willing to get a tattoo, including the pizza company, either a logo or something showing them off. It does have to be a minimum size. But it turned out when they put that out that a lot more people than they thought were going to be willing to do this.
That's great.
So they were going to do this 350 people, and they were going to give those people 100 pizzas a year for 100 years. Why didn't they just say for life? Who knows? But I don't know. Maybe the 100 had some, you know, looked better on paper.
Maybe that's how many pepperonis they put on their pizza.
No.
I doubt it. But
I would like to be optimistic here and just think that they would put more pepperonis on their pizza, but probably not. All right, go ahead.
They ended up with hundreds more than the 350.
Okay, I get it.
And so they're kind of in a bit of a conundrum. What they did end up saying was, if you were at the tattoo parlor when they shut it down, if you were at the tattoo parlor getting it done, they were going to go ahead and take care of you.
okay.
But
nice.
everyone else needed to cancel the appointment because they were done. I mean, this was hundreds more than the original 350.
Right.
You know, and 100 pizzas a year for 100 years, that's
A lot of pizza.
that's not cheap.
That's 2 pizzas a month.
Did you say it said they were
That's
only
2
going to do
pizzas
it?
a week.
Yeah, you're right.
They were only going to do it for the first 350 though?
Yeah, but they extended it to even more
Oh.
people.
Yeah,
So
I wouldn't
they've-
have done that.
Well, they went ahead and did it, but they just were telling anyone else who
Right.
who had it set up afterwards, just cancel your appointment. We're not doing it. But people still kept showing up and trying to enter to get their pizza. So you guys up or down on this bit of advertising that Domino's of Russia is doing?
I'm up on it. Good for them. Like, good advertising. Maybe poor choice of, like, length of, you know, commitment to the advertising. But I think that overall it did the job. People got the word out, and at least they're holding up their end of the promise. So I'm up on it.
I'm up on the actual marketing strategy. I think that's fine. But if anybody over 350 people showed up after I said I was only doing it for 350 people, I would have told them they were out of luck. They should have checked before they went and got a tattoo.
Right? Could you imagine, like imagine 6,000 people just show up and they all get the tattoo. But
I got this tattoo now.
But the first 350 people get it, and then the last, 5,650 people
Just have a Domino's tattoo.
a Domino's tattoo. And they're like, "Hey, can you cover this up?" They're like, "What is that?" They're like, "Oh, it's a slice of pepperoni pizza." It's like, "Can you just turn this into Saturn, please?"
I'm down because I feel like this is going to be the fall of this company. It's a lot of pizza to get away for a lot of years, even though pizza's great. They need to give out pizza to people who are paying customers. And I don't know, it just feels like it's the first step in a long lines of things falling. The first, what would be the word?
Domino, maybe?
Oh, yeah, okay, domino. Seems like the first one. So
are these transferable? Like, if you die, can you give it to your kids? Beneficiaries of,
I did not see
of said
that,
pizza?
but I doubt it.
Man, that would be awesome. Like, if I die, I know my family's well fed.
I bequeath my free pizzas.
Like the tattoo, they have to get the tattoo in order for it to transfer.
To continue on.
They have to peel off the skin and get that tattoo on
Yeah,
them.
it has to be skin transplant.
A Japanese company is set to unleash a new sneaker that is set to be used as a muscle trainer. So normally walking for calories burned, it's out around 150. I guess this is an hour of walking, 150 calories burnt. But they're set to up this up to 300 calories just by adding small balls of iron inside of the soles of these shoes.
What?
Oh, to add weight?
Yes.
Okay.
So they're weight training your feet.
Oh, okay.
And they're at least doubling, because it's like 75 to 150 up to 300 if you actually use these shoes. So are you guys up or down on the idea of iron-filled shoes to train with?
I'm down on this because many years ago in high school, I actually used ankle weights when I ran and conditioned for basketball and such sports. But I used ankle weights, and they were super awkward and really difficult to get used to. So I can't imagine just walking around all day with these like weighted shoes. And I get it. Like, after a while, you'd get used to it, and then you'd become accustomed to having iron balls in your feet. But I'm down on it. I wouldn't buy it.
I'm up on it because I think this is a tremendous win for organized crime. Like, they don't have to do cement shoes anymore. You just tie a pair of these shoes on somebody and drop them in the water, and you're good. Just make sure they can't take them off.
What about people who, like, tie the shoes together and throw them over a power line?
Could pull down the power line, maybe. Don't go swimming with them on.
Use them as a grappling hook?
Somebody's going to see somebody drowning and go jump in to try to save them and sink.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
I'm up on this because many years ago, I had a love that I didn't tell a lot of people about. And it was Riverdance.
Riverdance.
And I've got pretty good calves now. But the best way for me to get into this Riverdance that I want to resurrect is to have just shredded killer calves. And it's going to be instituted by these shoes. So yeah, I'm getting these shoes.
I would love to see this Riverdance.
Yeah.
At some point.
Jeff doing it, or have you never seen Riverdance, period?
No, I want to see Jeff perform Riverdance.
As do I.
At the Little Italy Festival next year.
We'll see if that's going to work out.
If we can't do it on the main stage, we can just like make you a float in the parade. You can do it on the parade float.
Yeah, we'll pull you behind on a trailer, and it'll be caged in, so you can't leave.
I will personally pull it myself. We don't even have to have a car.
Yeah.
I will pull it myself.
Yeah.
See, then it's a double. I'd have a feat of strength, and then you would have a feat of strength.
Yeah.
Can you imagine needing to have your appendix removed just to be able to live where you live?
No, that's weird.
No, I don't get this. That's stupid.
Okay, so Chile has a really small settlement in Antarctica. And citizens there are required to have appendix removal just to live there long term. First, you have to know that Villa Las Estrellas is the closest you can get to basically experiencing life on another planet.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're saying that this is a necessary thing to be living here because the weather conditions are so extreme, and that you have to pass through a lot of psychological tests. And average temperature there is negative 0.23 degrees Celsius, but can drop to negative 47 in winter months.
Oh,
Dang.
my gosh.
So there's about 80 people there, and basically, in case there was going to be any case where they needed to remove an appendix, they want to get that out of the way.
Just avoid that altogether.
Yeah. So if you want to live there as part of this experiment they have going on, then yeah, you have to have your appendix removed.
Interesting.
So are you up or down on the idea of living in this area with such harsh circumstances?
I'm down on it. Not because of where you're living. And I understand why that they're taking out your appendix for precautionary reasons. But if they're going to take out your appendix, I also think they should take out all other unnecessary organs, like your spleen and your gallbladder. Take them all out. Don't just,
Why stop? Why stop there?
Exactly. Why stop with the appendix, My buddy played dodgeball. I bet you could get into a wicked snowball fight down there and have your spleen ruptured, So,
Probably true.
So I'm saying get rid of all of them. You only need one kidney. Get rid of it. So I'm down because they're not taking out other organs.
Because it's not extreme enough. I'm down because it's still on Earth. Now, you tell me I have to go to space and all I got to do is cut out my appendix. I'm in.
And
100%.
and other organs.
Fine. Take a kidney, take whatever you want. I'm in. I'm sold. I'm leaving on a jet plane.
Are you sure when you're coming back?
I don't know when I'll be back again.
Okay. Fair enough. There's a new newspaper in Missouri.
Nude. Sorry.
Specifically in the town of Uranus, Missouri. What do you think that the newspaper decided to call itself?
I don't know.
They called it the Uranus Examiner. The new publication's editor, Natalie Sanders, she led another newspaper called the Daily Guide before leaving in June to start what she calls a fun paper that will include local news and promote the tourist town of Uranus. Now, this town is on Route 66, so
Okay.
Nice.
It's got a lot of attractions. It's got the world's largest belt buckle, which I feel like one of the local towns around here, Casey, Illinois, probably wants to steal
Oh, yeah.
because they've got like 15 of the world's largest things. But they have other things going on. But obviously, this can be pronounced another way, and an examiner may be a bit of an interesting way to go about
Uranus.
it. So, are you guys up or down on this name for this new newspaper?
I'm up on it. End of story.
I'm also up on it. I like the lighthearted take on like starting a new newspaper, especially if it's just kind of lighthearted news. I like it.
I want to be up, but if you're down, it's bottoms. I don't know. I was looking for that joke then. I'm up on it because of the goal this newspaper has. They
Yeah.
want to make this a fun, kind of quirky town. And some people in the town disagree. I mean, there are people upset. That's why it's become news. But, just lean into it. Most people in small towns don't have a lot going on. So just, take advantage of the things you do have
For sure.
and be weird.
Always be weird.
Unless you can be Batman.
Nah, I'd still rather be weird.
I was trying to think of something like embrace the anus, but then I didn't. I couldn't come up with something. Embrace
the anus.
We need a newspaper that'll really drive it home. We need a paper that will talk about all the plowing our farmers have done.
We're really going to probe the difficult issues.
but we don't want to be number one. We want to be the number
We
two
want to be number 2.
newspaper in town.
Hey,
Did you hear?
did you hear about this one?
Did you hear?
Did you hear about this one?
Do you guys think that you have an ability? Like an ability
ESPN?
like ESPN that will be something more than the average human has? Do you think you have something extra?
No, I don't.
I mean, I probably do. I probably have lots.
I'm pretty
Really?
average. I'm an average Joe. I'm thinking about changing my name.
Well, Shawn, you may want to fly to Germany because German scientists are looking for special people.
Okay.
They are looking to give these special people 10,000 euros.
I'm in.
So, probably we'll just pay for your flight to Germany. But these are physicists, biologists, and psychologists who claim to have superpowers like telekinesis, telepathy, or divine abilities, or people that claim to have those things shouldn't be dismissed, or and shouldn't be thought of as just people, making things up.
Right.
Every year, I guess, they are inviting people over to the University of Würzburg in Würzburg, Germany, to show off their superpowers and potentially win a cool, again, 10,000 euro prize. So they've had over 60 people in recent years, but none of them have been able to claim the prize. So they say they're there not to make anyone look ridiculous, because it does kind of sound like a bit of a trap.
Right.
Like, hey, we're scientists, we don't believe in this, we're going to prove you
Come
wrong.
show us your superpowers, nerds.
But really, they're just looking. So I think it's interesting because, yeah, they're just looking, but then they could be like, you're part of the German government now, we've commandeered your body.
yeah.
We need you to do magic stuff for us. The idea itself is interesting, but I don't know, just the fact it's so formal feels a little scary, I
Right.
think any government getting a hold of someone with ability sounds like the plot to several different sci-fi movies and TV shows.
For sure.
Like X-Men or something.
Like that.
Stranger Things with 11. So I've got some news that we've used frequently. Florida man's up to some stuff again.
What?
So apparently a neighborhood in Florida, a lot of the neighbors have been complaining, and a lot of people have bad neighbors. Like maybe your neighbor does something that annoys you or gets to you a little bit. But in this neighborhood in Florida, Stuart, Florida, to be exact, the neighbors are complaining because apparently this particular Florida man likes to do all of his chores, whether it be inside or outside, in the nude.
Attaboy.
So apparently, since 2015, the police have gotten complaints, but mostly then he was just staying in his house and people were seeing him through open windows and stuff like that. But apparently in the last year or so, he's begun venturing outside more often, working on his car, doing yard work, things of that nature.
Pulling weed.
Right. And the witnesses, like the neighbors around his house, say they're just tired of it. They've had enough. They've called the police. The police have come, but apparently because he is on his own property and not venturing into public property, they can't really do anything about it.
What?
Yeah. Indecent exposure is illegal in public places in the state, but because he's not going into public places, he's staying in his own yard on his own property. Apparently right now they can't do anything about it since he's not touching himself inappropriately or anything. He's just minding his own business, albeit naked. Now they are apparently trying to pull a case together so that they believe they have some statutes that they can work with to let him put an end to it. And they're planning to call him and let him know, actually, to say, hey, if you keep doing this, we're going to arrest you.
Well, look, at least they're giving him a
Right.
verbal warning.
Yeah, they're giving him a shot.
Yeah.
So I guess it'll be kind of up to him whether he gets arrested or not.
Light tongue lashing.
But yeah, they're only going to arrest him if he continues to persist on doing his outside chores naked.
I totally get it. Like, indoors, look away. All right, guys. I want y'all to finish my sentence for me. The first rule of blank is not to talk about blank.
Fight Club, obviously.
Exactly. Right?
Yeah.
First rule of Fight Club is not to talk about Fight Club.
Yeah.
Today's story, we're going to talk about Fight Club.
Oh.
So yeah, bring it on.
What happens when you do talk about it?
Well, we're going to find out. So, everybody at some point in their life goes through some sort of child care and maybe preschool. And most parents are pretty trusting with their children. They drop them off, they make sure that they're safe, they do a little bit of research to make sure that everything's okay.
No, go back to the other story.
What, the Fight Club?
Yeah.
Oh, it's getting there. So, a few parents drop their kids off at this preschool. I'm not sure where it is. It's in Cranford. I think maybe that's in Michigan. But these preschoolers have been nearly bullied, I guess, and pushed into performing their own Fight Club. The kids are 4 to 6 years old in the khaki kangaroo and brown bear classrooms.
Mm-hmm.
And the teachers that were in that room, they constantly urged bullying and pushing of other children to just kind of get the mood going, And so eventually these teachers were filming the bouts on Snapchat and posting that to social medias of other natures. And it was reported to the police and the families were just kind of told to not worry about it. It wasn't a thing. This didn't happen. And they told the teachers to keep their mouths shut. And eventually the word spread and the parents became enraged. And the police are involved now, of course. The teachers that were leading those or in charge of the khaki kangaroo and brown bear rooms are now fired. They no longer work for the company.
Understandably so.
And have been charged with 4th degree child abuse.
Also understandable.
That could carry a jail time?
Yeah, 4th degree child abuse is basically a parent or guardian who fails to provide basic needs for the child or some degree physical abuse or harm and can up to be 1 year in jail.
Where they may join their own Fight Club.
Right. Yep.
So, anyways, just to bring a little bit of light to what's going on out in the world,
Here's kids fighting.
Toddler Fight Club. So,
Thanks, I hate this.
so if you or a loved one have a kid in daycare, maybe place some bets.
How do you even approach it, though? Because the kid's going to think he shouldn't talk about it.
It's true.
True. You probably look for the signs, bruising, cuts, scrapes.
Yeah, blood.
Increased muscular capacity.
Yeah.
You probably have to just use reverse psychology. What do we not talk about? Fight Club.
Wait, did you?
Paul Gosar, the congressman, isn't doing anything to help rural America.
Paul's absolutely not working for his district.
If they care about health care, they care about their children's health care, they would hold him to account. If they care about jobs, they would hold him to account. If he actually cared about people in rural Arizona, I bet he'd be fighting for Social Security, for better access to health care. I bet he would be researching what is the most insightful water policy to help the environment of Arizona sustain itself and be successful.
And he's not listening to you, and he doesn't have your interests at heart. My name is Tim Gosar. David Gosar.
Grace Gosar, Joan Gosar,
Gaston Gosar.
Jennifer Gosar. Paul Gosar is my brother. And I endorse Dr. Brill.
Dr. Brill wholeheartedly endorse Dr. David Brill for Congress.
I'm Dr. David Brill, and I approve this message.
Dang.
Man, that's straight to the feels. That guy that just got him good.
Okay.
Roasted by his family.
One of the first things when creating this podcast that was in my mind was that it was going to be staying away from politics and religion. Wanted to stay away from super divisive topics as best as we could. We wanted to be happy, give you a little information,
Right.
laugh a little bit with you. I don't really have any interest into what's going on in that particular election. Other than, you hope the region does well.
Right.
Or whatever, But wow.
Yeah.
How is that for a competition?
He's like the uncle everyone hates.
Or brother. Or
Yeah.
dad. I don't know. I don't think it said any
Any
children.
kids? No, nothing at all.
Wow.
Yeah, his whole family just roasted him on that.
Like, their Christmas is going to suck.
It's going to be a little rough.
So if you were running a race and you had family members who were going to tell people not to vote for you, like, what would they say in an attack ad against you? For me, they'd say he's not going to get stuff done. He can't show up to anything on time, so he's not going to get stuff done. He's late to events at his own house.
It's true.
We were supposed to record today, supposed to meet at 5 at my house. Wasn't ready. I was not here. So for me, that would be it.
They would probably say that not to vote for me because I'm indecisive on every single thing. So if anybody watches The Good Place, I'm pretty much like Cheaty.
Are you sure?
No. I don't know. I might be. But it's up in the air.
Mine would probably be a couple things. One, that I'm a little lazy. I like to put stuff off. I procrastinate a lot. One would be that I like to argue over small things.
You talking about
Sounds like I should
all the
vote
small
for you.
things?
All of them. Every single one. I don't know. That's probably it for the most part. Maybe back when I was younger, maybe my temper, but it's not as bad now. I control that a lot better.
Sounds like someone I would vote for. Doesn't like to work a lot.
Argues over
all
everything.
Argues all the points. Always opposes the opposition. I guess.
You have to.
Can you? No, you could agree with the opposition.
But then they're not opposition.
Then what are they? Position?
Well, we'd love to hear what you guys think about that particular ad and what other kind of feats of aggressiveness and competition are out there. If you would love to see Jordan and Shawn rap battle it out, let us know. Leave us a voicemail. 415-POD line. You can give us a call or email us generallytrivial@gmail.com. But today, we were Shawn,
Do or do not. There is no try.
Jordan,
Thanks for listening.
and I'm Jeff, and we are out. I'm squeezing and squeezing, and the milk is not coming out.